No game is perfect. Even $500 million AAA titles have their glitches, but Nintendo games are pretty damn near perfect. They're not all the most fun games in the world, but a lot of them set the bar for what fun is in a video game. And this extra level of shine that we see in these games, we call that Nintendo polish. Nintendo polish just means that Nintendo games have a higher standard of quality than most other games. It's a little easier for Nintendo to do this because most of their games aren't really innovative in the graphics department. They're only really innovative in the fun department, which is totally fine. I think we'd all rather a Nintendo game be fun than running at 1080p 60. And it's not like Nintendo games suffer in the looks department either. They've mastered their visual style. It's like Pixar levels of pretty. You can look at it as an extra coat of paint or an extra level of shine, but really these games just sit in QA a little longer, and they make knocking out all of the bugs a higher priority. They just approach game design in such a different way than most other game developers. Nintendo's probably scrapped so many games just because they weren't as fun as they expected. Other publishers would have forced their devs to release those games regardless. I've been wanting to talk about this for a while, and I figured it'd be most appropriate now with the recent passing of Nintendo's president, Satoru Iwata. If anybody knows Nintendo polish, it's him. He started out as a developer, and he was one of the best goddamn devs in the business. Game Freak delivered Pokemon Gold and Silver with only the Johto region. That was all that could fit on the cartridge. Iwata was like, nah, this, we can compress that. And he compressed it enough to fit the Kanto region in there too. That's fucking insane. But that's Nintendo polish. I'm sure the game would have been just fine with only the Johto region, but the brilliant minds over at Nintendo were like, we can do more, so let's do more. Back in the NES days, when you saw that Nintendo seal of quality, you knew that that game would be worth your money. Soon after that though, when we all got a little bit older, we learned that that seal meant absolutely nothing unless the game was published by Nintendo. So if you see a game published by Nintendo, you can be damn sure it's of the highest quality. And above all else, fun. The only developers I can think of that come close to this level of quality are Naughty Dog and Rockstar. Naughty Dog polishes their games up pretty damn nicely. Not a lot of bugs to be found there. Rockstar is a little heavier in the bugs department, but a game like Grand Theft Auto 5 is so big and so gorgeous that we can only assume that they did the best with what they had. Another thing that these game companies have in common is no annual releases. That helps a lot. They don't have to rush any of these games out the door, and if something isn't up to their standards, they delay it. A+ for that. Never get mad at a game delay. It's always delayed for a reason. Unless a publisher delays it. If a publisher delays a game, then you could be mad. I don't know if that's ever happened. I'm sure it has. So what do you guys think about Nintendo polish and the quality of their games? I'm sure you're going to list a whole bunch of games down below that aren't of the highest quality. I would like to see that. None of this Mario is missing bullshit. None of those types of games. Leave it in the comments below. At me on Twitter, all this other social media garbage. I'm also curious to know what you guys did to honor Satoru Iwata. I tried to work on my Super Mario Brothers speed run, get my time down from 11 minutes, but as I was doing it, I was getting more and more frustrated, and I realized that he had absolutely nothing to do with that game. So I rage quit. I stream every week now. I'm trying to do Tuesdays and Thursdays. The schedule is in our top banner on our YouTube page, and I'll always talk about it in this video. So Tuesday, which is the next day after this video is out, I'm going to do Destiny. I'm going to try to do Destiny every Tuesday. And Thursday, me and Will do something, and we'll pick a random game. And they're always going to be on YouTube, because YouTube Gaming's coming soon, and it's going to be great. Other than that, we have new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So if you're new here, subscribe. And if you're a frequent Wolf Brother, God, we need a name, will show up in your subscription boxes more if you interact with the video, like if you like it or comment. Anyway, thank you guys very much. Have a good week. So all of these big Kickstarters are always hoping that they get more than what their goal is. Red Ash is asking for $800,000, when in reality, it'll probably take a couple $1 million. If I had to pick a number, I'd say probably 4, realistically. But I'm sure a publisher will help them out.
You look at Man of Steel, that wasn't campy so much as it just was dour.
This isn't going to be like Man of Steel.
You don't think so?
No.
Even though they have a trailer where his mother is telling him, "You don't owe this planet anything." Like that, like the Kents would never say that. That's not something the Kents would say.
These aren't your Kents. These are not your Kents.
But they're still like basic.
Zack Snyder's Kents.
Yeah.